To be the man, you gotta beat the man. Ooh, worst woo of all time, but you know what? Ric Flair, at the age of 76, he's done with Twitter. He picked a great day to be done. Elon Musk and Donald Trump going pound for pound, right hooks, left hooks. But it turns out it was Dutch Mantel that finally got Ric Flair to deactivate his Twitter account. Welcome back to Fog Wrestling. Ric Flair appears to be done with X, formerly known as Twitter. Why? I hear you ask. Well, because he's an arsehole. That's why. Dutch Mantel essentially calls out the nature boy on all his shit. Ric Flair loses it, spits the dummy, and you know what? We may as well dive into the quote, shall we? Because Ric Flair's an arsehole. I mean, it does. I mean, I've seen people borderline defend Flair like, oh, you guys are making it that this changes his legacy. It doesn't change his legacy. What Ric Flair's done, 16-time champion of the world, Horseman, Evolution, all these different company, iconic moments, some of the funniest moments in wrestling history. If he wants to be an arsehole to JR, fuck him. But the reality is, it doesn't change what he did. Right? This is what Dutch Mantel said, and I quote, why would he say that? Because he's a dick. No kidding. What difference does it make to Ric Flair? The man's sick, and he was just telling people what's going on with him. He needs to shut up. He really does. End of quote. Hit the nail on the head there. The Dutch Mantel. Ric Flair, all he does is tell people about what happened to him. Oh, I survived this. That plane crash in 1979. That spot. I was wrestling 400 times a year. Don't know how I didn't die. Had a heart attack here. This, that. My son died. My other son almost died. Charlotte injected that much plastic. She almost died. This and that. Ric Flair has told us plenty about his life, right? And you know what? I'm not going to agree about it. Ric Flair is one of the most iconic wrestlers of all time. If he wants to take to Twitter and give life updates and things like that, then by all means, go ahead. But the worst thing is about it, he's the biggest attention-seeking bastard on the planet, brother. And he called out JR for it. And I prefer JR than Ric Flair. JR's a genuine nice guy. Ric Flair is an arsehole. So I'm going to come to the corner of JR and Dutch Mantel in this case. And it's not like Ric Flair just had a wee meltdown and, you know, he's a nice guy and was, well, one of those nights, too much red wine, brother. This is what Ric Flair had to say, and I quote, I try to be nice to everybody. God only knows that I've spent more money on spilt liquor in 1 year than people have in a lifetime. I tried being nice, and this is my last message to everyone. I've got more money than I've got time. Go fuck yourself, haters. No comment needed. Live with it. Actually learn to love it. Get back to me again when you make $3 million a year at the age of 76. That's what famous gets. And by the way, I don't recognize anyone in this conversation who is famous. End of quote. I mean, numerous things here from Ric Flair, so let's may as well dive into it right here, right now. So immediately Ric Flair begins with, I try to be nice to everybody. I mean, that implies that you're an arsehole and that you actually need to try to be nice rather than you actually are nice. And that is pretty much Ric Flair. Essentially, what has happened with JR is JR has got diagnosed with colon cancer. He's let his fans know. He's let his fans about know about the rehabilitation process, about the surgery, and a few updates. Ric Flair has called JR out in this, said that he's an attention seeker and that JR will always be JR. Then, when he saw the negative reaction to this, he said it was a joke. He's old. Deal with it, kind of thing. It was like a half-assed apology, but it's like, how did Ric Flair really expect people to react to him saying that JR is an attention seeker? It's like, how? Did he expect people to agree with him? Oh yeah, Rick. Oh, you're bang on the money there about JR. How fucking dare Jim Ross? You know, the greatest commentator that ever lived, the voice of the Attitude Era, the voice of the Ruthless Aggression Era. How dare he give us an update on a health condition, a diagnosis that has the potential to kill him? How dare he give us an update on that? And then he's took it bad that like guys in the business like Dutch Mantel, Stevie Richards, among others, have called him out and called him a dick. Oh, I tried to be nice to everyone. Fuck Ric Flair. That's essentially what I'm saying. What does he expect the reaction to be? And there was no hint of a joke, man. It's not like I mean, well, I don't really know what way he could have worded it, a joke about it, but I mean, could he have said something along the lines, "Oh well, hopefully you lose a few pounds, JR, from the hospital food or something"? I don't know. He could have said something along those lines, right? And I'd be like, well, it's a wee bit weird, but you know, it's half acceptable, I guess. Maybe what he said was just being an arsehole, nothing more, nothing less. Then he goes on to be, oh, I've spent more money on spilt liquor in 1 year than people have in a lifetime. And it's like, well done, Rick. You know, I mean, this is probably the one bit of truth that he said here, because we all know about his spilt liquor, doing shots and winging it behind them, off walls, off people, man. And then he's like, I tried being nice. I mean, you tried being nice. You issued a half-arsed apology because you said that JR's an attention seeker. And then what did he do immediately after that, by the way? Oh, my son, this, my dead son, that. Oh, me, the plane crash. He's pathetic. Talks about the fact it's his last message to everybody. Then he tells us to all go fuck ourselves. If you call him out on his comments about JR, then he said no comment needed. Well, you felt the need to comment, you old decrepit bastard, didn't you? Because you took to Twitter, so you no comment needed. Then he's like, get back to me when you make $3 million a year at the age of 76. He then points out that he's got more money than time. It's like it's just fuck it. It's a statement that's all over the place. He's like, yeah, I've got more money, brother, than everybody. Then he's like, oh, but I've got more money than time. Then he's back. He's like, oh, I'm famous. It's like up and down. It's like so bipolar. And then he ends it. He's like, I don't recognize anyone in this conversation who is famous. I think what he meant to say there is like, I don't recognize anyone in this conversation who isn't famous. I don't get it. Ric Flair's a see you next Tuesday. He's an arsehole. And fuck him. JR's the man. And I like Dutch Mantel for sticking up for good old JR, the barbecue sauce. But Ric Flair, his days are numbered. He may as well enjoy them, but there's no need to be an arsehole about things.